University of Michigan is the latest public university to dismantle its diversity, equity, inclusion, DEI, as part of its faculty requirements, making it one of several universities this year to roll back DEI initiatives. The University of Michigan will no longer solicit diversity statements as part of faculty hiring, promotion, and tenure, the school said in a news release Thursday. University of Michigan Provost Laurie McCauley announced the decision to stop using the diversity statements following an October 31 recommendation from a faculty working group, the university said. The group reportedly criticized the statements for their potential to limit freedom of expression and diversity of thought on campus. As we pursue this challenging and complex work, we will continuously refine our approach, McCauley said. The university chose not to implement two other recommendations from the working group, integrating DEI content into teaching, research, and service statements, and enhancing training on how to write and assess them. Several other public universities this year have also rolled back their DEI initiatives and requirements. Following Senate Bill 17 being signed into law this year, Texas public universities eliminated DEI offices, DEI-related positions, and mandatory DEI training. This included layoffs and restructuring at institutions like the University of Texas at Austin and Texas A&M. The University of North Carolina system redirected millions from DEI initiatives to public safety and discontinued DEI programs on campuses in May. The state also prohibited mandatory diversity statements for job applications in academia. Last year, Florida's restrictions on DEI in public universities were part of a broader set of education reforms implemented under Governor Ron DeSantis, following the passage of legislation targeting DEI programs. Universities aren't the only institutions rolling back DEI initiatives, and during his campaign, President-elect Trump vowed to eliminate DEI programs in federal agencies. In 2020, then-President Trump issued an executive order to ban divisive training for federal contractors. And the House Oversight Committee held a hearing last month about dismantling DEI policies. It is a multi-billion-dollar industry that pushes a left-wing, far-left ideological orthodoxy in essentially every area of American life, which is why I've begun to call it the DEI enterprise, instead of just DEI, so that people have a sense of what I'm talking about, Devin Westhill, a constitutional and civil rights attorney, told Fox News Digital in an interview. Over the last 4 years, the Biden-Harris administration has encouraged DEI initiatives across several sectors of the federal government.